Hi, we have here a tank, or better to say one of the German tanks, which actually was a starting point of everything that happened later. I mean all the German famous and not so famous tanks and armored vehicles produced during the World War II, and now massively packed in cardboard boxes in 1:35 and other scales from plastic for us modelers. Well, Leichttractor, or Leichttractor in English, named in such a way to avoid Versal Agreement restrictions and to hide tank production as a production of agricultural vehicles. So they developed tanks but named them in the way of agricultural vehicles. Well, at least at the first stages in 30s. So there were such light or gross tractors, and as for this unit there were produced 4 pieces by Rheinmetall and Krupp manufacturers. Armored of this vehicle was from 4 to 10 mm and they were armed with a machine gun and 37 mm gun. That Leichttractor had a lot of weak spots, but the experience were used in production of the further advanced vehicles, like another one agricultural tractor that was renamed in the end in Panzerkampfwagen 1. So such a piece of history in not so big box from ICM, only one painting option and only one decals option with crosses which weren't spotted on real machines, and less than 200 details in this box and rubber truck links also here, so potentially easy and fast in work kit. Let's start from the turret, as it was mentioned, not so many details, no interior except gun and machine gun here, which have some casting artifacts. We can scratch them or sand them with a knife or sandpaper. Small amount of glue is needed for details connection. Interior parts of these details would be hidden, so no extra accuracy needed here. So we have here a massive machine gun with a water cooling system. When ready, we can put together this machine gun and the 37 mm gun. Sides of the turret, little bit fragile. I don't know, but I decided to glue them with a super glue. But after rear ring installation or construction gained more strengths. Also there would be upper armor plate. I don't know why, maybe just for fun. Produced here several additional details which are absent in this kit. But there is no plans to provide some open hatches in this turret. And yes, connection between sides of the turrets, better to hide with a putty. We have here barrel. It was sanded a little bit, and let's paint a little interior section as it was shown on the previous photos of this tank. Upper part as simple as could be, just a rounded plate with 2 triplexes. As for hull, each side of it represented by a single panel, which makes assembly here a little bit more complicated. I decided to apply side panels from the upper section. At first with the help of a seam glue. Hopefully connection here is in a good level, and you can use here modeling tape. When these 3 main sections ready, we can move forward to further panels. What about front panel? It has dent, so before we can put here lamels we have to fix this dent. I did it with the help of additional plate that was glued from the inner side. Well, in opposite to turret, which was okay, hull assembling is great, I can say. All hatches and panels were an easy walk here during assembling, but we have much interesting details here. For example, these hatches to the engine compartment with such louvers look like doors to wardrobe. Nothing difficult here. And another one interesting detail is such a hatch for driver, which look like a small bunker for driver's head. Also there are several details, small details left, but At first I want to finish with the chassis part of this tank, which similar to T-26 tank system, which originally Vickers one, but here it's simplified. Small rollers should be assembled in carriages, 2 pieces in one carriage. A lot of small rollers here, but the assembling system is not difficult at all. But main problem here, the details quality. All rollers have casting artifacts, I decided to scratch them with a knife. So a lot of repetitive work. But it seems with this step we finished. As for caterpillars, we have here ICM's classics, vinyl truck links. I guess in almost boxes with their tanks you can find such a vinyl. But interesting fact that real caterpillars was also rubber with metallic planks, so in this case such a solution I think would be okay. We can connect 2 parts of caterpillars with the help of superglue gel. Benefit of such caterpillars that you can assemble them in several minutes and then easily adjust on your tank. While modern separated or semi-separated freaking plastic kinda workable truck links like on MiniArt or other manufacturer kits makes me mad. And as a result, for today, such a plastic box, well, actually scale model kit. There were some issues with the turrets, so we used putties there, and issues with the rollers. And in all other steps and works, everything was okay. Well, at least on this stage of this project. ICM kits often a little bit simplified in some aspects and gives you a potential for different upgrades, but say not overcomplicated, and you always can expect quick and more or less easy assembling from the box. And in next episode I guess we provide the finishing of this project because model itself ready to final episode. And I guess that's all for this video. I don't want too much long videos. Anyways, thank you for watching, for your attention, and have a nice day, good luck and bye, see you next time.